Yeah, this has been a dream for me. To come to Egypt for one is my second time here, and something's always called me to Egypt since I was young. So I always said, I remember seeing when I was here 5 years ago, and I talked to Sahila, and I told her, and I told other people here, I was like, I'll be back. And when I come back, I'm coming with a lot of people. I always knew, I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I'll be back. Because this place felt like, it felt like home. And my vision is to continue to do and to continue to bring people from all around the world to experience Egypt in this way that we've done it. And my vision has always been to have in all elements, like to bring in the breath work, which I know has really allowed everybody to release blocks, to let go of some things. Like everybody that gets called to come here, you get called to come here for a reason. Do some breath work at the sites, and you can just some meditations at the sites. And then, like, how much more can you receive when you step into a space like this with that kind of space, with that level of awareness within internally, to like open up the channels, can just allow for such a deeper and more immersive experience. And having that balance between being serious and having fun, because ultimately, your experience becomes more immersive. Like, you integrate things when you're able to have some fun, when you're able to play around a little bit, and really tap into. Imagine like coming to Egypt and like tapping into like that inner child, and coming here and not only experiencing history that's just like mind blowing, and doing breath work and meditation or intention setting, and making sure like we're having a good time too. And that's exactly what I want to continue to build, is, do all of these things to open us up and have fun. So, with this trip, man, we're so lucky, because, we're about to go on a dahabeah, which is like an old Nile boat. And we're going to spend 5 days on the boat. And there, I'm feeling called to serve, rebirthing breathwork sessions on the boat, which are ultimately, it's one of the most energetic, physical, psychologically healing practices and modality that you could ever provide. And to be able to do that on a boat, on the Nile River, having already experienced what we've experienced up to this point, and to begin to clear out some of those blockages that are in the way, it's going to just enhance everybody's experience that much more from here on forward. People are going to, everybody that's come here has been called to come here. It's going to receive, so many of those, like, whatever it is that we're receiving, whether it's inspiration, it's information, it's expansiveness. It's so often when we're in it, when we're here, we don't know what that is, right? We don't know what that is yet. And that's okay. It's just continue to create an environment where we're more and more open, just more and more open. And it's like, once you leave here, you've created this environment where once you leave, there's just going to be, I'm fully confident of it, that everybody, once they leave this kind of experience for 2 weeks, that there's going to be inspirations, downloads, call it whatever you want to call it, that are just going to come through. It feels like it's something that's part of, it's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. It's like you pick up, been fortunate enough to have picked up and received knowledge from my teachers has been passed down. And it's like, if you don't share that, It's like it's the ultimate form of a waste, you know? So it took me years to kind of let go of the fear of what, I'm a guy, I'm a guy's guy. And now you're into these mindfulness practices. What does that look like? Like how many friends are you gonna lose? You're kind of shedding this old skin and this old ego and all that bullshit. And that took me some time to let go. And now that's like, I could give two shits about that. The picture, ultimately, like the mission is way bigger than that. It's way bigger than what I might think of myself or what other people that ultimately, somewhere deep down inside them, they're looking for inspiration. Everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody inherently as a human being wants to know to some degree something more about their existence. Most of us are just afraid to dive into that space because they're afraid of what people will think of them. They're afraid maybe of what they're going to find out, Why am I here? What more can I uncover about myself to ultimately to live the best life I can here, to inspire others around me to live the best life that they can here, and maybe that has some kind of influence on what happens even after here. It's a dream come true, man. It really is. It's a dream come true. And my vision and my hopes is for more people, especially even like the younger generation, the younger generations, whether you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s, and, the crew that came on this trip, we're all a little bit younger. And to be able to have that younger generation be interested in the spiritual and to bring in that element of that youthful joy can really begin to catalyze so much expansion and transformation in the world, period. And I truly feel like this place here in Egypt, not specifically Philae, is amazing. All of these sites, there's so much energy here. So everything that you feel and then you experience gets amplified. To just keep this going, to keep this building and ultimately to raise the level of consciousness. That's my goal. That's why I'm here. I'm here to raise the level of consciousness and to do it in a fun way, to do it as fun as we can. And that's it. That's what it's all about. I'm excited. I'm excited for all of that. Life can be dope as fuck. Life can be dope as fuck if we get out of our own way. Get out of our own way. And just let it happen.